So security management is one of those areas that I think when most students hear the word security, they think security guard, and there's nothing wrong with that as a career. It's an excellent career. But there's so much more. Loss prevention and the opportunity to look at fraud within an organization is imperative. The ability for private investigations, either at the corporate or at the state level, you have the ability to investigate crime in a way that somebody else doesn't, right? And that's also on the security side of things, because you're not law enforcement in this role. You're working at something different. In addition, most organizations large organizations, GM, Ford, those types of organizations, have corporate investigators, have individuals who work in those roles that will investigate both crime and civil issues within their company. They can go external and bring someone in, but they don't know the company, they don't know their rules, they don't know their policies, understand those things. And to reach out to police are trying to solve crime at that instant and flip that case, be done, and move on. Where you're corporate, you're trying to understand what are the ramifications for my agency. That same investigator might be looking at their CEO who's going to travel overseas and do a threat analysis and try to figure out how do we protect that individual. So you need to be able to work in consort with the corporation, and you really get that best by having someone who's employed within the agency. It is a very wide swath of information that we have to prepare you for, right? So we start out with things like the basics of criminal justice and the laws and the Fourth Amendment, how to protect yourself and how to understand privacy implications. But we expand on that with how to protect locations and physical areas and how to utilize equipment, right? So whether that be CCTVs or whether that be the future of drones and those types of things in a corporate environment, and what both risks do they pose to you, but also what protective aspect can they pose. There's unique technical aspects in addition to the investigative. We provide the student a look at what investigations look like outside of a law enforcement role. In law enforcement, you have all the resources in the world. In the corporation, you may not. These are all items and topics that we would cover within our curricula. I would think that the most important thing that we tell students in security management is think bigger. Security itself, we oftentimes think of door locks and those types of things, and those are absolutely an important part of access control. But there's a larger picture here. There's threat modeling. There is homeland security aspects for a company. There are protective aspects, both individualized protective details and those types of things on CEOs and investigations. So there is so much of a bigger area here than I think you understand unless you're in that environment.